High School in historic Wellsburg, West Virginia. WTRF proudly presents Ohio Valley Tonite with Nathan Marshall. Tonight's guest, Lynn Swann.
Welcome to another season of Ohio Valley Tonite with Nathan Marshall. And tonight we are joined by Pittsburgh Steeler legend, NFL Hall of Famer, and four-time Super Bowl champion, Lynn Swann. Thank you for coming, Lynn.
Hey, Dave, my pleasure.
Appreciate it. And of course, we're up here at Consol Energy Center. It's been a great time. We're at the Pittsburgh Power Game, which you're the owner of, and it's pretty amazing.
Well, it's a pretty good organization. I'm a small owner.
Of course, yeah. There couldn't be a better face of a franchise than you, because I've actually met you twice before, but of course you don't remember. I was a little kid, and I met you at the Mario Lemieux Golf Classic.
You're still fairly young, aren't you?
Yeah, a little bit, but I was really little, and I just thought you were the nicest man ever. We got autographs from you, and you signed us all personal autographs, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever.
Thank you.
And my question for you about that is, how do you stay a nice guy celebrity? Because it seems like a lot of celebrities have a tough time with that.
Well, I think it boils down to your own personality, who you are, how you're brought up.
Yeah.
And appreciate the fans and appreciate the fact that they support our teams. They come out, they cheer for us. And so the Pittsburgh fans have been great. Sometimes, when folks are in the public eye, they get pulled and pushed a lot of different ways, and they have bad days too.
Of course.
And unfortunately, their bad days seem to be highlighted a little bit more than others.
What advice would you give other celebrities today when they're dealing with this, especially with social media and things like that? I mean, to stay humble and stay level-headed.
Well, I think it requires the fact of a certain maturity and understanding that no matter what you do, no matter how successful you are, you're still a human being. You still do the basic same things as everybody else, and you've got to function and live with everybody else. Great that you've achieved something wonderful in your field, but other people are doing that too that maybe don't get the same kind of notoriety. And everybody deserves that kind of respect that, they're out doing the best they can too.
Well, of course, we're here to talk about your Arena Football League franchise, the Pittsburgh Power. That's really the amazing thing here. And, of course, you are one of the team's owners. And thinking about being the owner of a sports franchise, I can't help but liken that to another endeavor you had, which was when you ran for governor of the great state of Pennsylvania in 2006. What is more difficult, getting people to like you as a political candidate or getting people to come out to the Pittsburgh Power games?
Both are difficult.
Yes, I would say so.
But both take time, and you kind of have to grow the market when you're talking about bringing people to a new sports franchise. Because we're not a new team in a well-established league like the NFL or Major League Baseball. We don't just open up a multi-million-dollar stadium or facility, have multi-million-dollar television contracts, and people show up. So we have to get people to come here, see our brand of football. They'll be entertained by it. It's fast-paced. It's different. But we think when people come see our games, they'll enjoy it, and we'll be able to grow that fan base. It's not going to happen overnight.
No.
We realize that. But we'll continue to work at it. We're committed to this team and committed to this team being good in the city of Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah, and especially with the political realm, I'd always be afraid that I would shake a baby and kiss a hand or something. That would be the biggest fear I had.
Well, I have to tell you, sports prepares you a little bit for politics. Okay? So for politics, if you've got 51%, you should be really, really happy whenever it comes to an election or a vote. When you play football, when you play in the away game, you're lucky if you get 50% of the people who are rooting for you. So you always have people rooting against you, no matter where you play.
So your feelings aren't so hurt when somebody goes, I'm not voting for you.
But when you go out there, you give your best. You're out there to win. And if you win, great. If you don't, you try and get a little better next week and come back and get another win.
Yeah, it's a good mindset. Very true. Well, being that you are at Consol Energy Center with Mario Lemieux, I was curious if you've ever thought about being a player owner like Mario did.
No.
You still got something in you, man.
Mario's age and timing were a little bit better than mine if I wanted to play. But I've had my day. I've had my fun. This is a young man's game. And these young men are out there playing. They've got talent. They're enthusiastic. They love this game. And that's why they continue to play.
Well, you're no slouch yourself. I mean, you were a state champion in high school and track. You beat an Olympic gold medalist, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, he wasn't a gold medalist
At the
when
time.
I beat him.
Yeah.
But he eventually
improved.
became one.
Yeah.
A guy named Randy Williams. He was from Etherston High School in California, and he also went to USC.
Yeah.
He won the gold medal in the Olympic Games. So
That's a good.
I always keep that in the back of my mind. I keep saying, well, I beat him in high school. Could have been me.
I could have been a gold medalist. You settle for a 4-time Super Bowl champion.
Yeah,
Hall
I'll
of
take
Famer.
it. I'll take it.
It's que sera,
I
sera.
get my fair share.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we actually have a student question. We actually deal with students here on the show, and our student question continues with the Pittsburgh Power themed questions, and it's from Brooke High School senior Caleb Isinghood, who says this.
As a young fan of sports myself, what are your hopes for me as a fan when it comes to Pittsburgh Power, and what are your hopes for the future of this franchise?
Well, I hope for any fan who comes to the game is that, number one, that we win.
Yeah.
We're trying to win.
That would be a good
It's a
thing.
competitive sport. That's the first thing. The second thing is that you're entertained, you have a great time. This is a family-friendly environment and game. After the game, all the fans are invited down to the field to get autographs from the players.
Yeah.
And so we're much more open than the other sports when it comes to those kinds of things. When the ball goes into the stadium,
You gotta keep it,
stands, they keep it.
Yeah, that's
they have to throw the player back, but they can keep the ball.
And can't take number 14 home with you.
That's right. No, got to put them back on the field.
Yeah. Well, I'd be amiss if I didn't ask Lynn Swann a Pittsburgh Steelers glory days question. And so my question for you is from the 1975 AFC Championship. You're playing the Oakland Raiders.
Right.
Yeah, a guy by the name of George Atkinson knocked you out with a severe concussion. And if I'm not mistaken, you're in the hospital for 2 days.
Correct.
That's crazy to think about. Well, and you ended up coming back, playing in the Super Bowl, Super Bowl 10. You were the first wide receiver to ever become Super Bowl MVP. That's awesome. But my question is, with concussion paranoia running rampant throughout all of sports, would you have played in that game if you know what they know now about concussions?
Yes, I was in hospital for a couple of days, but maybe at the end of it, it wasn't as serious as the symptoms or as everything seemed to indicate. But I healed up, I played, and hopefully there's no damage down the road.
Well, you've had a successful career after that. Yeah, it seems like it's all right. Well, George Atkinson actually gave you another concussion a year later. I was curious, he's a broadcaster for the Oakland Raiders, or he was at least. Have you ever talked to him about those things, or is anything,
I don't talk to him.
Yeah. I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah. Well, of course, football is what you're known for, but you've made a way for yourself in another field, which is the world of television and film. You've been in a lot of television and film. You've done a lot of that. And so we're going to play a little game here, I guess, where this game is, I'm going to read some of your highlights from your television and film career.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then you tell me.
A short list of credits.
Yeah, well, you tell me. They're good credits, actually. You give me like a one-sentence summary of your thoughts about that experience. Does that sound good? All right. First one. Beating 1968 Olympic hurling champion David Hemery on ABC's Superstars.
Routine, kind of fun.
Routine. You beat an Olympic champion is routine.
Well,
you flipped over the high jump thing.
Well, it was an obstacle course.
Yeah.
I'm used to obstacles. He's not.
Yeah. He's a hurdler.
Well, that's okay, but it's just the same hurdle over and over again.
Yeah, your hurdle form is good. I'm a former hurdler myself.
The wall's a little higher than the hurdle.
Yeah, you did a good job though. This might be. Some people might think of this as a low light, but I think of it's a highlight. Being replaced by Alex Trebek as host of To Tell the Truth.
Here's the host of To Tell the Truth, Lynn Swann.
Alex Trebek.
Yeah, I was a little my one-word description of that would be disappointing.
Yeah.
Because I enjoyed being the host of the show. Thought I did a very good job of it. Worked well. It was a lot of fun. But someone at wearing a suit at NBC, I think it was, decided that Alex should be on the show. But unfortunately, it didn't work, and so it was done.
It's good he had a mustache. It was intimidating.
Yeah, well, he's made a name for him on
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy, and he's a remarkable guy. He's a great guy.
So if everything would have been different, you could have been the host of Jeopardy.
No, I think To Tell the Truth is more my style.
That's good. That's good. Playing yourself in Adam Sandler's comedic masterpiece, The Water Boy. You were the broadcaster at the Bourbon Bowl. That's pretty cool.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm amazing in the sense that people walk up to me and they ask me about The Water Boy and ask me about being in the movie, and it's become kind of like one of those cult films.
Yeah.
It's been amazing. It was a great opportunity.
Yeah.
I love doing it. Love working on the show. Did not actually meet Adam Sandler for very long on the set, but it was a lot of fun.
And of course, the highlight of your career has to be appearing on a Valley Tonite with Nathan Marshall.
As you can see, the announcer just said it's a great experience.
Nice.
Enjoyed it. Hope everybody else enjoyed the show, and we'll get out to see the Pittsburgh Power.
Yeah. Well, thank you again for coming in. And again, we've been joined tonight by Pittsburgh Power owner and NFL great Lynn Swann.
Thank you.
And you can learn more about Pittsburgh Power football by visiting
PittsburghPowerFootball.com.
PittsburghPowerFootball.com. Pretty easy. And for Ohio Valley Tonite, this has been Nathan Marshall.